Hello, Scrimmage YouTube channel, Jack Reeve here from TalkNorwichCity. What you're about to see is 5 minutes of the best bits from the TalkNorwichCity podcast. This week we had Rob Butler on, of course, from the Scrimmage and BBC Radio Norfolk. He was kind enough to come on as a guest. If you don't know what the TalkNorwichCity podcast is, it's an hour-long podcast every single week talking about Norwich City, getting fans on, getting Norwich City people on, and just having a good discussion about Norwich City. So this is the best 5 minutes of that podcast with Rob Butler. Enjoy. Who's going down, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another episode of the TNC podcast. We're on to week 4. Chris is flying by now.
It's life.
It is. It's flying by. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, and if you're watching on YouTube, then hello. If you're watching on YouTube, you've already seen our guest, who is Rob Butler.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you.
Let's start with the Barnsley game. It was a 2-0 win. Rob, not too shabby, was it?
That was good. You know, I was pleased. You know, we're getting a win's a win, and we haven't had too many of these this year as yet. I was pleased for Alan Irvine because we spoke to him on Friday, and I don't want to. People keep having a go at me for saying he's a nice bloke, but he genuinely is a decent bloke.
He lives here.
He lives in this building.
Yeah,
not here. He's not in that room.
Don't tell him what room number.
No, I'm not going to go knock on his door. I don't like him that much.
He lives with the VIPs.
He lives with VIP. I think Paul Lambert used to live here as well.
Are
we allowed to say where this is?
No, we're not.
No, okay. So wherever we are now, Paul Lambert used to live here as well.
This is probably the opposite to what you wanted to see, because you were saying that you wanted to see a manager, a person like Paul Lambert, who'll just do everything their own. And some people were saying, I completely agree. Some people were saying, well, that's not how modern football works now.
Not,
I mean, where do you stand with it now?
Well, I think Chris Gorham made a good point about the fact that business should be kept separate from football. I agree with that totally. However, you still need, and I'm just looking at it I'm not bothered about how many shirts we sell or how many, that's not what football fans are interested in.
Of course.
You don't care about the business side of things. You just want your football club to play good football and win games.
Yeah.
And obviously you need money to do that. But I think when I said what I said, it was because what I want to see is a man come in, or a woman, to come in and run that football club from top to bottom for the football side of things. And that's where the name Paul Lambert comes out. An absolute genius, a legend at our football club. Hasn't done so well since.
Agreed.
But you just need someone to run it.
I mean, something we've talked about in depth before is sort of Colney and how that's. I mean, you're there every week, and you'll probably admit that it's not the best.
No, it's
not the worst.
No, it's not. I think
it's
Charlie,
not the worst.
His face. I think Charlie White called it Portakabin City, which was I love Charlie. He's a top man, but it's a bit harsh. It's not. I mean, I don't think footballers come to there, and go, I'm not going to sign for them because they've got a few Portakabins.
Do you not think?
No, I don't think so.
I
disagree. I disagree with Charlie on that one. As much as I respect him and he's a great bloke, I disagree. He might have a point because he's a national journalist. What it comes down to is the amount of zeros in their wage packet.
Correct.
And people go.
Honestly, Jack. Honestly, look at other clubs' training grounds and bring this up again.
If I was a professional football player and went to Colney, I see a gym with a few treadmills in the
countryside,
4 cabins,
sheep's bowing in the background.
It's nice.
I mean, I think that is all sort of jokes aside, our recruitment over the past few years have been poor.
Yes.
Our injection of youth players has been poor.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I suppose, except for them.
But even that should have been trusted a lot earlier.
Well, they should have been played a lot
for
earlier.
an FA Youth Cup winning side, for 1-2 of them players to come through. Yeah, you've got McGeehan at Luton and Toffolo doing.
Are we allowed to talk about Jacob Murphy yet?
Ryan himself would know that it's been a tough time here. But what I'm saying is, we're in the Championship. In the Championship, Ryan Bennett, for me, is better than Tim Closer.
What do you think
in the Championship?
I think that Ryan Bennett has got the better attributes in terms of he can head the ball and he wins everything in the air and he is brave. The one thing I'd criticise with Ryan Bennett... I tell you what,
crossfield, mate, like Glenn Hoddle.
The annoying thing, when Ryan Bennett gets the ball, you know where the ball's going.
Diagonal pass.
Yeah, that's what he loves. His diags.
He never makes them.
He did against Dinamo Zagreb for the under-23s, but that's another story. Pinto,
be careful.
Hang on,
be careful.
let me say, Pinto. When we first got him,
don't you dare slag him.
I'm not going to slag. I'm not going to slag him. When we first got him, I didn't think he could defend. Right?
He couldn't.
He was good on Snapchat, but I didn't. Now listen. He couldn't defend. I thought, what have we got here? I thought, he's all right going forward. He's a winger. That man has worked hard. He's stuck to his guns. All right, we've gone down a division, so that helps him. But he is a very, very good fullback. And I've been proved wrong. I'll eat my words. I did the same with Nelson Oliveira, who I didn't rate when I first got him. I'll eat my words. But we need to get it sorted because we have lurched from problem to problem with this club. And unfortunately for Delia and Michael and the regime we've got at the minute, they have been there that whole time. You know, we haven't had many good managers under that time. We've had yo-yo up and down in the old leagues, and I just don't want Delia's legacy to be one of a disaster when at the minute,
because she has been amazing for the club.
She saved us, you know, and her husband, who are decent people. You know, they're decent people who care about this football club. But people are quite right, and you know there was a time when you couldn't criticise them because people would jump on you. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying I'm sitting here criticising them, but you should be allowed to criticise your owners if you're not happy. And I'm fed up with people saying, be careful what you wish for.
There you go then, the best 5 minutes of the Talk Norwich City podcast. If you want to see that in full, the whole hour-long version, then head over to the Talk Norwich City YouTube channel. Links to that will be in the description. If you want to listen to it and not watch it, then links to the iTunes download page will also be in the description as well. A massive thank you to Rob for coming on. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Scrimmage YouTube channel. Rob and Chris have assured me that there's going to be some fantastic content on this channel going forwards the next coming weeks and months. So be sure to subscribe to the Scrimmage YouTube channel and head over to Talk Norwich City if you want to see the podcast with Rob Butler in full. Massive thanks to Rob once again. I'll see you very soon.